What's up, my Comic-Con? My name's Cullen, and I collect comics. And today we're going to go over my weekly pulls for December 28th. And we're starting with my DC pulls, and we've got this, my local, I should just say, go ahead and shout out my local comic shop, the Comic Strip, on Broadway in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. You should definitely check it out if you go by there. It's by the old Esquire Theater. But yeah, I've got a lot of books to go through, so we're going to go ahead and hop right into it. We got Batman Audio Adventures here. I love this, the actual audio adventures. If you should get a chance to check them out, you definitely should. Dave Johnson did the cover for this. The art for it is J-Bone and Anthony Marquez. And Dennis McNicholas is doing the writing for this. It's a chase through the sewers of Gotham as Batman races to catch Killer Croc, still disillusioned, and mighty sword of King Scimitar. Can the Dark Knight renew the fatal blade, or will Croc make his escape to the city's underworld? Meanwhile, Robin is interrogated by the villainous Penguin. Alright. Next, we've got Sean Murphy's book, Batman the White Knight. Or Batman Beyond the White Knight. And obviously, since I said it was Sean Murphy's book, Sean Murphy did the cover for this, he did the art for this, and he's writing it. And this is issue number 7. That was issue number 4, by the way, of Batman Audio Adventures. After a freak accident, Derek Powers has been transformed into the supervillain Blight. With the meta-human abilities, he is more powerful than ever, and it's only a matter of time before Gotham becomes his forever. Wayne family's reign is over unless the heir to the name, Bruce, and his found family of heroes can figure out a way to take Powers down. Find out what's next for the Neo Gotham in this thrilling pre-ultimate issue. Alright, so it looks like we got one more of those left, probably. I'm not sure how many more they've got those. Next, we've got issue 3 of Batman, the Gotham Knights Gilded City. And this got Greg Capullo cover, and the interior artist is Abi, and the writer for this is Evan Narcissus. And this is issue number 3. In Gotham City 1800s, Runaway has awoken in the subterranean laboratory of the Court of Owls. But when the new and rather savage ally enters the fray, Runaway is faced with a centuries-old mystery. While in the present, Nightwing and Robin are thrown for a loop when they face off against crazed victims of the Golden Iris virus. In an abandoned amusement park, each issue will offer a code for the readers to redeem the Gotham Knights game for an exclusive item. For issue 3, readers will receive an exclusive code for a skin for Batgirl's so for Batgirl's Tanfi, I think is what it said. Readers will redeem codes in all 6 issues to get a special 7th item. Alright. Next, we're moving on to DC vs. Vampires number 12. This is the final issue of this. Otto Smith's the artist for the interiors. Gilliam March did the cover. And James Tyrion the 4th. And Matthew Rosenberger writing this. And this issue 12, like I said. The cataclysmic final issue of the best-selling series will end with a bang and a whimper. Green Arrow will lead humanity's final charge against the blood mines of Smallville. Supergirl's mission to get off-world comes to an exploding end, and Batgirl versus Nightwing for the fate of the entire planet in the stakes couldn't be higher, as the future of humankind is on its line. So yeah, it looks like we got Nightwing, the Prince of the Vampires, I've heard. I haven't gotten to read it, but I know that that's a thing. Next, we've got Detective Comics Volume 3. This is issue number 1067. And the cover artist for this is Evan Cagle. Writers for this are Simon Spurrier and Ram V. And the artists are Evan Race, and Hayden Sherman. Mr. Freeze encounters an Asmer, one of the demonic beings terrorizing Gotham's villainous underground network, and then Mr. Freeze makes an offer to the dark detective that he cannot refuse. Then Orgham's werewolf protector gives Two-Face one more chance to tell him who Batman is. In the backup story, take a small stroll inside Two-Face and Harvey Dent's mind as they leave a secret conversation outside the listening ears on a mysterious shadow stalking them in this headspace. All right, that's a lot to get through on that one. Next, I end up getting I have almost every issue of this coming. You guys will notice, or you kids will notice within the next week, I should have all the other covers of this, but this is cover F, Harley Quinn 25, Volume 4. And Kyle New did this cover, this awesome Spawn variant. Stephanie Phillips is writing this. Matteo Lally is the artist with David Baldiano. I said this is issue number 25. It's a big issue. Like I said, I've got the 1 in 50 coming, the 1 in 25 Jenny Frison coming, and all the other covers. So there can be only one Harley Quinn, or maybe it's like 100. The multiverse is a savage place. Old lady Harley, Harley who laughs, Harley who joined a bowling league in Indiana for free chicken wings. We've got the whole gang together, and we're ready to put the fun in this multiversal murder mystery, and maybe also cause more murder with a side of mayhem. Join the team for an epic 25th issue of Harley Quinn. Sounds like it's going to be a fun issue. Next, we've got Punchline. Number 3. And this is a Vasco Giorgiovi cover. Teeny Howard's writing this. Blake Howard's also writing. Gleb Minikov is the artist for this. Let's see. Public Enemy number 1. Punchline crossed a dangerous line at Ace Chemicals and crossed Batman in the process. Now every masked vigilante and officer of the law is after Punchline, but this is exactly what she wants. What's the point in being a public enemy if you're not going to be public enemy number 1? But the scariest person in Gotham and the world isn't the Bat, it's the Cat. And Catwoman will hunt Punchline and make her pay. Alright. Next, we've got the Riddler, Year 1, Issue 2. The cover artist for this is Bill Sienkiewicz. And the artist for this the interior artist is Stefan Subic. And Paul Dano is writing this. Writer Paul Dano continues the origin tale of the character he portrayed in Matt Reeves' The Batman, a brilliant forensic accountant, Edward Nashton. The trail of illegal payment and the front companies, the holdings of every Sandy becomes more and more challenging, disturbing childhood memories that include an obsession with Thomas Wayne threaten to derail him. Meanwhile, his investigation focused on the lower level human cog in the crime machine leads him to a shocking conclusion that may put his own life at risk. Alright. I just realized I put a whole bunch on this. Done those like that. Next, we've got the Sergeant Rock Army of the Dead book. Issue number 4, I believe. This is written by Bruce Campbell. The cover art for it is Gary Frank, and the interior art for this is Edward Risso. Sergeant Rock, Nazi soldier? Worry not. The old Sarge hasn't allied with the Axis, but he is hoping to trick the Nazis into thinking he has. Easy Company found themselves behind enemy lines, disguised as German infantry. They are blasting their way through a horde of zombies to get to the big man himself, Hitler. All right. Next, we've got Tim Drake Robin, issue number 4. Oh wow, they gave me no info on this. Well, let's see. Fitzmartin's writing this. The interior art is done by Rosamo, and Ricardo Lopez Ortez is doing the cover art. Bernard has been kidnapped, and the only person that can find and save him is his boyfriend, Tim Drake. Plus, the Gotham Marina continues to be a target of both political unrest and a string of bizarre crimes. Oh, excuse me. With every part of Tim's life seeming ready to explode, can the young sleuth crack the case of his abductive admirer before it's too late? All right, and trailing at the end of DC here, we've got Young Justice Targets, number 6. And the writer for this is Greg Wiesman. The cover art was Chris Jones. The interior art is Chris Jones. You've witnessed teams across the globe banding... And this is number 6, if I didn't say that. I think it might be the final issue. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. It might not be. We'll find out if it is, though. I think it is, though. You've witnessed the teams across the globe together in the name of a shared goal throughout the twists and turns, friendships and betrayals. They have held steady in their goal to rescue Queen Perdita from the foul company she has been ensnared in. And now, in our final issue, we ask the question, will they succeed? Find out in the dramatic, action-packed, and heartwarming finale. All right, that's the end of Marvel. Now we're moving on to DC. Or, into Marvel. That's the end of DC. Now we're moving on to Marvel. And we're starting with the Dark Web, Amazing Spider-Man number 16. This is Amazing Spider-Man 16. Zeb Wells is writing this. The pencil for this is Ed McGuinness Jr. And the cover art for this is Matt Wilson. Spider-Man and Chasm. After the battle with Venom in the last issue, it is time for the main event. That's right, Peter Parker versus Ben Reilly. And a no hold barred in the craziest battle you've ever seen. Chasm secures his place in Spidey's Rogues Gallery as the one who finally vanquishes Peter Parker. Alright, so that's Spider-Man 16. Next we've got Venom 14. And this might even go before this. I'm not even sure because they're just talking about Venom there. But the writer for this is Al Ewing. The pencil for this is Brian Hitch. And the cover art for this is Brian Hitch. It's amazing how much they look like they would almost even be connecting covers in some way, shape, or form. But I'm not sure how that would work because it actually looks almost like... Yeah, I don't see how they could connect, if they could connect with... Man, do they look very similar. Sorry, let's go on. Alright. So we've got Venom, like I said, Brian Hitch cover, interior art Brian Hitch. Number 14, Madeline Pryor has plans for Eddie Brock and the symbiotes he can control. In this issue, she and her new ally, Chasm, bring them all to bear. Secrets revealed unwillingly turned into a slathering, what's that, a slattering and terrifying monster that you might recognize. Eddie Brock's fears from last year, and Al and Ryan and Brian's entire saga stand fully realized in this turning point for the series. Sorry that took so long. Having trouble reading that right now. Next we've got Dark Web X-Men. Let's see where you at. Dark Web X-Men. And this is issue number 2. This looks like it's the B cover, not the A cover. I don't know how I ended up with that, but oh well. The cover artist for this is David Baldin, and the artist for it is Rod Reyes, and Gary Duggan's writing this. So it's issue number 2. Reunited, and it feels so bad. Some reunions, like those with an evil ex who rules a dimension of demons, are not so great. And sometimes having your amazing friends at your side isn't enough to save those things. Alright. So, next we've got Midnight Suns number 4. And the cover art for this is David Nakayama. The writer for this is Ethan Sachs. And then Luigi Zagiara is the artist for it. Forged by fate, the apocalypse is finally here, and Zoe Laveau is at the center of it all. Agatha Harkness will sacrifice everything, including herself, to stop it. But what does Zoe dare risk? There's a terrible secret at the heart of Zoe's vision, and a secret that threatens to change the Marvel Universe forever. Meanwhile, the Midnight Suns race across time and space to get back into the fight, with a little help from mysterious new powers granted by their magic-forged extra-dimensional armor. But if they return, who will be friend and who will be foe? Alright. Next we've got Murder World Spider-Man, number 1, A. And, let's see, the Murder World stream will not be stopped, and as willing as contestants grow more and more desperate, the wall-crawling web of death surrounding them begins to tighten. Thwip thwip. Murder World is a chaotic contest filled with treachery from from the minds of Ray Fawkes, One Soul Constantine, and Jim Zuby, Conan the Barbarian, and Avengers No Surrender, and illustrated by, Farid Kami. Arcade and his schemes have been a punchline in the past, but the game is no laughing matter. Each issue ups the ante and will keep readers guessing right up until the end. You don't want to miss. So yes, like we said, the actual, it didn't tell me who the artists were on this, but they actually said it in the thing, so. Next, last but not least, of course my favorite book to almost read any week, is Strange Academy. And this is issue number 3 of Strange Academy Finals. And Scotty Young's writing this. Humberto Ramos is the artist for this, and Humberto Ramos is the interior artist also. Strange Academy versus Gaslamp. The fallout of this battle is unlike anything you've seen before. Well, that's fun. I love Gaslamp, so I'm going to love this issue or hate it, however they do, whatever. But that's all the books I got this week. Thanks for watching. I should have a lot more stuff coming soon that you'll see. These are so I will talk to y'all later. And thanks for watching. I'm going to roll the books. And yeah, peace out.